Good morning, children.
Very good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Vita.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. So yeah, we have to start with market awareness today. Some questions are left.
Yes.
Yes,
We need to start with market awareness today. So we'll do this chapter in a very short and crisp manner, right? So that, and we won't do all the questions of this chapter. We'll only do a few questions of this chapter. Okay?
okay, ma'am.
Right. Let's wait for a minute for others to join. This is a very easy chapter. Basic things which we have to know about here is, we all know what market is, right? We are well aware of what a market is, right? So if we'll go through it, then they have very clearly said that markets are the places where people meet to buy goods for daily use, right? And it's a place where buyers and sellers meet and the trade is carried out. People, this is a very important thing, the terms which they have given here, like who are traders, who are producers, and who are consumers. So if you look at it, then the people who manufacture the goods or services are called producers, right? While those who buy these goods and services are known as consumers or customers. For
Ma'am,
example,
customers.
yes, for example, if we talk about any brand, like the name of any brand, Britannia biscuits, right? So Britannia is the producer, and we, me, and you, because we eat that, that's how we are the consumers. Now, the people who bring the goods from the producers to the consumers are known as traders. Like it is very clear now that we are not going to the factory of Britannia to purchase the biscuits from. Do we go to the factory? Do we go to the factory to purchase the biscuits from, or any good from? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
No, we don't go to the factory. We go to a retail shop from where we purchase things, right? So that retailer is the trader who has taken the goods from manufacturer or wholesaler and he has brought them to us, right? Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes.
Very good. So now markets are of various types. There are some weekly markets, some retail markets, some malls and all. And we are going to read about these types of markets only. You know about weekly markets? Have you ever been to a weekly market?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Sarah.
Ma'am, when we live in Allahabad, ma'am, when we used to live there, ma'am, there was an ice cream factory near our house. Ma'am, it's just about 1 or 2 steps to our house. Ma'am, when we go there, ma'am, the rate was not written on that packets, ma'am, but they sell it very cheaper.
They sell very cheaper, but did they sell you 1 or 2 pieces?
Ma'am, but they not always, ma'am, ma'am, they just give it to us, like the children who want that. But ma'am, they sell in like a wholesale type.
They
ice
sell it
cream.
in bulk, right? They
Yes,
sell it
ma'am.
in
Ma'am,
bulk.
I have seen, ma'am, everything there was very cold. Ma'am, we used to enter that, so ma'am, we feel very cold there.
Yeah, and these factories, they do not sell 1 or 2 pieces of anything. They sell things in bulk, in great quantities, right? In large quantities. So if you talk about weekly markets are those markets which are held every week on a particular day of the week. Every week those markets are held. Like for example, in Bareilly we have market on Thursdays because the main market of Bareilly remains closed on Thursday. So these weekly markets where people come and put their shops. Now in weekly markets, their shops are not permanent. They have makeshift shops. What kind of shops do they have? They have makeshift shops in which like the people come, they put their shops and then they start working. And these shops are also not permanent.
Ma'am, like these fairs and all, like that.
Kind of,
Ma'am,
yes, kind of the shops which you get in the fairs, right?
ma'am,
And
on the
around,
days like Monday market, Wednesday market, like that.
exactly, there are markets, so Monday market, Thursday market, Sunday market, like you can see in the picture as well. Neither do these people employ any other workers for setting up their shops and to set up the products as well. They also get people from their own family because they don't have that much money, no, to hire somebody, right, and to pay for it. Okay, similarly, the things available in these markets are quite cheaper as compared to the ones which you get in the fixed shops or in the malls, again, etc. Right? So this is the reason, and you can get anything and everything in these markets, from food items to fabrics to clothes to decorative items. Everything is available in these markets, right? So they usually come around afternoon, set up their shops, and by the evening they just wrap it up all and they take it back, all their shop as well as all the products of the shop, right? So these markets are very like popularly visited by various sections of society. Okay, this is what we call as the weekly market. Now next we have is the right. So next we have, like, in these markets prices are very low because shops of traders are not permanent, they're temporary arrangements, right? So they are not paying any rent or electricity bill to anyone so that they can charge it from us. That is why the shops are quite products, the shops are quite cheap, right? Whereas if there's a permanent shop, then they have to pay tax, they have to pay electricity bill, government taxes. That's what they are charged from us as well, right? That is why we get expensive stuff from there. And these traders keep the goods in the market at their homes and employ the labor of their own family in selling them. Hence, they're able to sell their goods at lower prices. But there is a lot of competition, and in weekly markets, they do a lot of bargaining, which we cannot do in the malls and all. Can you do bargaining in the malls?
No, ma'am.
Malls में जाके कहते हैं भैया लगा लो ना 5 का 10 का.
No, ma'am.
नहीं कह सकते ना.
No,
Because they have fixed prices, right? But here, if one trader does not settle a bargain, अगर आपको लग रहा है कि नहीं ये मेरे से bargain नहीं कर रहे हैं, you can go to another shop. That is why now you have seen, if you have visited such kind of markets, they just come after you. अच्छा आप ले लीजिए. Even if you're quoting half of the price, at times they are ready to sell it at that price as well, and you will be like, "Arey, how? Have you seen it? Has it ever happened to you?" For example, those trader has told you that okay, this something is for 500 rupees, and you said no, no, भैया, I'll take it for 250 only. देना है तो दीजिए, अदरवाइज मैं दूसरे से ले लूंगी. तो फिर थोड़ी देर बाद he'll be like, okay, okay, ले जाइए आप. होता है ऐसा.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
yes, ma'am.
It happens. It happens a lot.
ma'am,
When
you,
my
ma'am,
mother
the
used to do it,
shopkeeper
I used to tell her that,
Hey,
Mama,
ma'am,
how
ले
can you do
लीजिए.
it? This is very too less. I used to be very ashamed, like, no, no, Mama,
Yes, ma'am. I feel like how
Yes,
much
ma'am.
money will they get?
yes,
But
but
when
then to our wonder, the person also gave it that much amount. And then I was like, see, he gave it in that much amount. Yeah, fine.
yes, ma'am.
Right?
Ma'am, they
but
have
they
all
give,
strategies.
sometimes they come to half prices, ma'am. So then he also they got benefit of it.
Exactly. They're also getting benefit now after they're not selling it at loss. So next are the shops in the neighborhood. The shops in the neighborhood refers to simply those shops which we have in a neighborhood, which are multi-utility shops, where they can be confectionery stores or the medical stores, and we can get anything anytime which we require, right? And in these shops, no, we get a variety of goods, including everyday use such as grains, cosmetics, eatables, stationery, etc. Like some of these are permanent and others are roadside stalls, like those are fruit and vegetable vendors, dhabas, and shops of mechanics, etc. Right? These are known as shops in the neighborhood. Children, I am just rushing up with it a bit because we have to finish
Yes, ma'am.
syllabus by tomorrow anyhow, so that we can begin revision for Monday. Next is shopping complexes and malls. We know what is shopping. Do you know the difference between a shopping complex and a mall?
Yes, ma'am.
What is it?
Ma'am, like shopping on ma'am, like weekly shops or like that, ma'am, footpath on that footpath wala shop.
No, not food. Shopping complex and a mall. Like
Ma'am,
what's the difference?
complexes.
Hmm,
Ma'am, complex. Sorry, ma'am.
complex.
Ma'am means like shopping. Ma'am, that are branded and non-branded goods.
Like for
Ma'am,
example, we have this Vishal Mega Mart and V Mart and kind of complexes in Bareilly, right? But are they similar to that of Phoenix United?
Mom,
No,
no, mom.
ma'am.
No, they're different, right? So apart
Mom,
from the
a
weekly
lot of
neighborhood
difference
shops,
in
there's
that.
in urban areas we have like complexes. These complexes are cluster of shops within a defined area. तो एक ही एरिया पे काफी सारी शॉप्स होती हैं, उन्हें हम कहते हैं शॉपिंग कॉम्प्लेक्सेस, राइट? So like these shopping complexes and malls, they both have like they're multi-storied. Now we allow apart from these shopping complexes, we have multi-storied air-conditioned building where shops are found on each floor. They are known as malls, right? Now the major difference between like both of them, the shopping complex and malls, is all sell both branded and unbranded products, but it is like that the malls sell more of branded products, right? In the malls we find
Mom, only branded.
yeah, mostly we find branded product only in the malls, right? And in fact, the company is selling all kinds of goods, right? But in these shopping complexes, you can find non-branded goods as well. For example, if you go to Vishal Mega Mart, you'll find non-branded goods much there as compared to the branded one, right? Am I right?
Yes, mom.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So, and to increase the sales of these exclusive showrooms, they create a brand image, advertise. You might have seen how to have they advertise in mall at times. They're also conducting various activities to lure the customer. They're showing discounts and this and that, right? So, branded goods are often priced much higher than the non-branded goods. Why? Because the money invested in setting up such a big showrooms and advertisement, and we cannot bargain in these shops, right? Because they have fixed prices. We cannot even ask them to reduce anything by 5 rupees or 10 rupees. They have fixed prices, and at times we know that okay, this is very expensive, this is not worth it, but still we cannot bargain there, right? All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Mom, that's mom. But we only buy from malls and like that branded shops or showrooms.
Exactly, because what did I tell? What have we read in the chapter, previous chapter? We have read this only that people have such blind faith in the brands, no, in the image which they portray, in the advertisements, what they show, that people are luring towards branded products now as compared to non-branded products, right?
Ma'am, tell me how
Yes,
in
ma'am.
10 minutes you just came. You just have read 2 pages. Ma'am, I'm 3 minutes late and ma'am, when I open the camera,
You need
ma'am,
to be
serious.
punctual in the class, Sanya.
Ma'am, just because I will not be able to connect, ma'am, 3 minutes late I was.
You can
And
go
ma'am,
to
you
it.
are just like,
Yes, better because there's nothing in it. Very easy it is.
then
You
this is
have
too fast. Ma'am, in previous class you said that children, you may tell me if I will fast. Ma'am, just now I'm saying you are very fast.
Was it way too fast, children?
No,
Yes,
ma'am,
ma'am, in
you.
No,
10
ma'am,
You
for
minutes you
know,
have
this chapter,
explained this all.
it's not. Ma'am,
Ma'am,
it's fine for
reading is
this
also done.
chapter.
ma'am, it's fine. You're explaining every topic in short, so ma'am, we can
And ma'am, this
easily
chapter
understand
is
it.
something which you don't have to explain briefly to us.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we know everything in this chapter, ma'am.
Beta Sanya, you need to realize we just have 2 days in hand to complete the syllabus. Since from Monday onwards, we have to begin with the revision. Are you
Ma'am, I
getting it?
think
So,
she
ma'am, we are
joined
not
late, so
reading
that's
this
why I
chapter.
think.
You are just 3 minutes. Okay, ma'am. That's why we are not reading.
Yes. Right. Now we have to talk about the chain of markets. Right. So the chain of markets. What is chain of markets? Like when we were talking about things, when then we discussed what did we discuss? That okay, we do not directly go to the manufacturers to buy a product from. The manufacturers first sell their products to the wholesalers, then wholesalers to the retailers, and then we get the product from the retailers. Right. This is a chain of market which we are talking about. Right, kids?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that is what we are going to read about this now. Now we will begin with wholesale traders. Like who are wholesale traders? The goods that are
Ma'am, who
produced in the
used to sell their products directly from factory to ma'am daily
exactly.
shopkeeper.
The wholesale traders are those traders that like they purchase the goods that are produced in factories are first bought by traders known as wholesale traders, and these traders pick up goods from the factory farm in bulk, in huge quantity. They do not go to buy 1 or 2 pieces of anything. No, they buy things in bulk, right? For example, a wholesaler dealing in grains would pick up grains in quintals and not in a few kilos, right? Because why? They cannot buy things in few kilos. No, then how will they sell it further? They also have to sell it further to the retailers also in bulk. Retailers also purchase in bulk, right? So that is why they need to purchase in huge quantities so that they can sell it further to the retailers, right? And since they have purchased such huge quantities of products, so they store these products in their godowns. They cannot display it all, right? That's why they store these products in the godowns. For example, if we talk about vegetables and all these things, they're produced in the farms, right? Where are they produced? In the farms. Like you might have seen here, like goods like fruits, vegetables produced at farms, whereas products like shoes, leather goods, clothes, etc. produced at factories, right? So we cannot go directly to the farm or the factory to purchase goods. These wholesale traders purchase it first from there, and then comes the retailers, right? So in the wholesale markets, the goods are sold in bulk to traders known as retailers, right? The retailers go to the wholesale market, purchase goods in bulk from the wholesalers, right? And they buy these goods to sell at their own shops. They display their products at their own shops, right? Or it can be a complex, or it can be a weekly shop, and it's from the retailers that the final customer buys the goods. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if we talk about other markets, now onwards, like nowadays, so we are not dependent on markets, only on the shops, right? Now, every market is just a click away, isn't it? You can just open your laptop or your phone and you can just purchase whatever you want, right? Now, the markets are just a click away. We just have to, search for it, and we just have to select the thing. The thing will also come at our home in 1 or 2 days, right? Now, whether even if we talk about food, like earlier we have to go,
Yes.
we need to go to restaurants. Now we don't need to go to restaurants only to eat delicious food. We can get the food delivered at our
We can
doorstep
just
as well.
order it.
We can order it, right? Same goes for shopping. We can do online shopping, right? The websites like Myntra, Flipkart, Amazon, etc. And again, in the online shopping as well, from vegetables to to clothes to gadgets, anything and everything can be purchased online, right, kids?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am. But ma'am, in shopping malls, when we go and roam here and there, so it's having more fun than the online
That we do
shopping.
for our entertainment. I'm talking
Like
about just shopping.
there we can play also.
You can
Yes,
click the
ma'am.
shopping mall. Are you serious?
What?
You go to play in the shopping mall.
One day, like I go, I know when before COVID, I go with my nanny and daddy. All the family members went there. So there is one park also. Mall, not in the mall. Outside of the mall, there's so many like players. So
Okay, fine. Right. Similarly, if we
I'm
talk
saying.
about the way we have purchased, like the same way, the purchasing capacity is being like the process of purchasing is changing. Similarly, the process of payment is also changed. Right now, we do not need to have hard cash available all the time to do the payments. We can simply do what? We can simply pay using a debit card, a credit card, right? GPay, UPI, right, kids?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay. And apart from
Yes.
these online shopping and tele shopping, you might have seen some channels like Home Shop 18, Naptol. Have you heard of these?
Yes,
Yes,
They
ma'am.
are all related to tele shopping, right? You can just see the thing
Teleshop.
and then you can shop. But apart from this tele shopping and online shopping, you might have seen various people coming at your doorstep to sell you products, tell you the benefits of it, and this and that. Have you seen them?
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
ma'am.
So yeah, that's also a way like people hire sales representatives who go from door to people's house and then they sell products, right? They also make us show like whether how to use it, the benefits of this product. If we get convinced, then we purchase it. If not, we do not. Similarly, there are medical representatives who go to the doctors to show them the medicines, and then the doctors, if the doctor is convinced, if the doctor find okay, this medicine is good, then the doctor is like, okay, you can. He recommends his patients of that the company medicine of that company. So the sales representatives of medicines are known as medical representatives, right? So now markets are see very different, right? अभी हमने किसके बारे में पढ़ा retail markets, wholesale markets, but we don't know where these wholesale markets are actually located, right? We see and buy only the final product, right? We are not going to buy things in bulk and this and that. We just go our retail shops which are nearby or weekly shops and this and that. So, and thing is, people have different buying capacity, right? See, the market from where the wholesaler buys, the market from where the retailer buys is not always known to us, right? If we talk about buying capacity, everybody is not having the same buying capacity, right? Like if we talk about the sari of Sabyasachi, right? You know Sabyasachi brand, are you aware of it?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am, it's the brand of like traditional clothes of India.
Can anyone, everyone, every citizen of India afford
Ma'am, if we
sari or
want to buy
Sabyasachi?
lehenga or ma'am sari or anything like that.
Hanji?
Ma'am, if we want to like if we want a party wear Indian traditional dress, so we can also buy from there.
Do you know the prices of the products?
Sorry, ma'am.
Do you know the price of Sabyasachi products?
Yes, ma'am.
What
Too
are they?
high.
They are way too much, matlab way too much, more than you can expect. Okay, so Sabyasachi is very expensive. Like they have made memes as well that if you want to buy a sari, you have to give a kidneys to buy it, right? So it's way too expensive, and everybody cannot buy that, right? Some of them have like why people have different buying capacity because they have unequal income. Some of us are way too rich, some of us are middlemen, some of us are poor, right? So the buyers will eventually buy the products that fits well within their incomes, be it the mall, neighborhood shop, or weekly markets, right? If a person is earning 10,000 per month, that person cannot buy something which costs around 1 lakh or 60,000. Okay, right? It will be
Yes, ma'am.
difficult for that person to buy something like that. So we buy according to our pockets, right?
The latest lehenga that the ma'am of that latest lehenga of Sabyasachi is ma'am around I think 8 or 10 lakhs.
That is a bit that's how expensive Sabyasachi is, right? So the sellers also earn profits unequally. A seller in the weekly market earns much less than the seller in the mall, right? Because the small time sellers cannot invest much money and therefore the variety in the products is very limited. On the other hand, the seller in the mall can invest more money and offer a wide variety of goods to the buyers. The buyers of today have a variety of other means as well. Like earlier, they have to purchase the goods going to the shop only, but now they can purchase goods even without going to the shop, right? So the shopping experience is certainly one of convenience for all the buyers, right? Now the shopping experience has become very convenient. We can buy anything just as per our convenience, whether it is convenient for us to go to the mall, to the weekly markets, or to buy it online. Right? Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I think it was an easy chapter.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. Weekly markets are
And ma'am, we know that like ma'am, we know everything from this chapter. Like we just have to read this.
the reason I could have cut this chapter, but I wanted you to just
Ma'am, if we
start
will
from
read the
information.
summary and then we will give the exam, so ma'am, we will score full marks in this chapter.
Right. Okay. Weekly markets are dash markets, permanent, makeshift, expensive, or small.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, we are
makeshift.
doing exercises now.
Yes. Makeshift markets. Weekly markets are makeshift markets.
Ma'am, written.
Done.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, second one is I think wholesalers.
The retailers buy goods from wholesalers, correct? Next is goods like fruits and vegetables are produced at
Farms.
Farms. Next is bargaining is not possible in dash
Shopping malls.
Shopping malls.
shopping malls as prices are fixed. The profit earned by each type of market varies because of the dash
Profit.
made by the sellers and
Ma'am,
the buying capacity of customers.
Ma'am,
Investments made by the sellers, right?
Okay.
The more you have invested, the more profit earning you will be. Next is sellers of food items in the weekly market prepare them with the help of their
Family members.
Ma'am, family members.
right. Next is Dash House, a number of big showrooms or companies selling selling all kinds of goods. What gives shelters to a big showrooms or companies? Malls, shopping malls.
Ma'am,
No,
what's the
correct, but
second one?
I'm not sure. So,
Shopping malls.
Ma'am, second one is shopping malls.
Third one is the neighborhood shops often give goods to their regular customers
Ma'am, with bargaining.
on credit.
Ma'am, credit.
Okay, this I think we have skipped. Basically, yeah. Children, if you have to purchase anything from your neighborhood shop, you don't need to have money for that. If you have gone to neighborhood shop, you can just simply say that I want this, this, this. You have taken that and they've just noted down a register. And by the end of the month, they just send that entire bill to your house. So okay, all these things are purchased during the month on credit, and by the end of the month, they paid for it, right? Isn't it? It happens.
yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Next is the most useful goods are found in the
Ma'am, weekly market. Ma'am, sorry, shopping malls.
Ma'am, shop.
neighborhood
Ma'am, like
Ma'am, weekly markets.
neighborhood.
Neighborhood shops.
Ma'am,
Neighborhood shop.
Neighborhood.
Ma'am, neighborhood shop. Ma'am, what is that?
Fast grocery shops. Okay, वहाँ पे भी useful goods मिल जाते हैं ना? Like whatever things we need for daily essentials kind of. For that we don't go to the mall or any particular market. We get our daily essentials from neighborhood shops. A dhaba falls under category of
Ma'am, ma'am, it's retailer.
Paridhi, Mission,
Ma'am, other market.
neighborhood shops.
No, ma'am. Ma'am,
Dhaba.
Huh?
Neighborhood
Ma'am,
Other market.
but ma'am, both options will write neighborhood only. Ma'am, like
Yes.
okay, ma'am.
See, look here. Can you see my screen? Some are permanent, while others are roadside stores like those of fruits and vegetables vendors, dhabas and shops or mechanics. You can also write
Yes, ma'am,
roadside
got it.
stalls. You can write dhaba is an example of
Yes.
roadside stall and shops in the neighborhood. Both will be correct. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Next,
Ma'am, true, false.
true and false. Yes.
Ma'am, maybe
Wholesale
false.
markets
True,
are places
false.
where we
Like
get to buy household items.
False.
ma'am, false.
ma'am, why it is false? Like
Ma'am, they get it
Oh.
from retailers.
Ma'am, we get it
Are
from
yes,
retail.
ma'am. Ma'am, got it, ma'am. I thought the shops were talking about.
Next is shopping complexes are mostly in urban areas.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
true.
false. Ma'am, they are in rural area.
No, true. Shopping complexes are not in rural areas. They're
Sorry.
only in
Sorry,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am, I said true
areas.
only.
It's true.
Ma'am,
Right.
I think that urban is rural and rural is urban.
Now the goods reach consumer through a chain of markets.
Ma'am, true.
Next is the use of internet has made it inconvenient for the consumers to buy a product of their choice.
Ma'am,
False.
false.
I'm true.
False.
False.
Next is sellers from the weekly markets earn more money than the sellers in malls because they invest less money in the purchase of goods.
Ma'am,
False.
true.
False.
Ma'am, the second half is true, but the first half I'm not able to understand.
Exactly. The answer will be sellers
False.
from the weekly markets earn less money than the sellers in the malls because they invest less money in purchase of goods. So it will be false. Okay. Now see, we will not do all the question answers of this chapter. We'll do only the selected ones. Like D ka we already will do all the parts of D. In E1 we will do first and third only. Okay.
And ma'am, in the F1 we will not do any.
Yeah, F1 will not do. I'll just give you the flowchart banana is made that we'll make. In F ka one part, you have to make a flowchart.
Ma'am, like can we make like firstly of factory, then wholesalers, then retailers, then we people.
Consumers, manufacturers, or factories, right? Then wholesalers, then retailers, and at the last we have the consumers.
Ma'am, send my exercises.
Very good. Everybody can send. Right? Tell me. So let's do the first four. What kind of goods do they sell in the shopping complex and malls? We have verbally correct. Then don't do these in the. We want to do these in the notebook.
Ma'am, we can do in book also.
What kind of goods do they sell in shopping complexes and malls? Right?
Ma'am, branded.
Branded.
Ma'am,
Simple answer. You can write branded and
Ma'am, can
non-branded
we
goods.
write in shopping complexes and malls, they sell all the items related to a daily need?
This is this is most of the items, and this is both branded and non-branded goods. Right.
Okay.
Next is who are wholesale traders?
the person who are taking the goods produced in the factories and then they bought it. Ma'am, we can write it in arrow if we are writing in book.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, may I?
Yes, Sarah.
Ma'am, the traders who used to buy the products directly from factory and sell to retailers are called wholesalers.
Yes, the traders who purchase the things directly from the factory in bulk and then sell it to the retailers are known as wholesalers. Right? Very good. Next is what do the weekly markets offer that you will not find in any mall? Yes, Sarah.
Ma'am, can I?
Ma'am, the bargaining.
The bargaining option, right? You cannot bargain in malls. You can do that in weekly market. Next is where do the retail markets get their goods from? Yes, Nishu.
Ma'am, the retailers get their goods from wholesalers.
Yes, the retailers get their goods from wholesalers, right? Who are retailers?
The person who sells good to consumers directly are called retailers.
Exactly, the people who sell.
Ma'am, in fourth one we'll write the wholesaler.
Huh?
Ma'am, in
Yes,
fourth one would be
obviously, the people who sell goods directly to the consumers are known as retail. Understood?
right. Ma'am, fourth one.
Yes, ma'am.
So So do these 5 questions in the notebooks only, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Hurry up, children. Everybody has sent me the exercises.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, sorry, ma'am,
Children,
I haven't seen it.
Ma'am, I've also not sent. I'm just.
Send me the exercises, better.
Ma'am, I've done my question answers in book also, book only. Like these are short.
Good then. See, the thing is, then only 2 questions are left, which we'll do tomorrow, and we'll also take up the new chapter. Children, apart from that, I'll be sending you the maps right now, like today. Okay, which you have to do. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Like I'm just telling you, one map you have to do in that chapter. Okay. The autonomous states, a history one, in which they have marked charts and all. Okay, then one map you have to do from the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. You will must be able to mark Ganga Brahmaputra, one world map and one map of India. In India's map, you will do that one, right?
Okay, ma'am.
The one from the autonomous states, and you'll take a world map. In the world map, you will mark the Amazon basin, right? And you'll also mark the Ganga Brahmaputra basin, right, kids?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, and then you can also go for marking with that prairies. I'll just give you a map of prairies, wells, where how are these located, so that you can mark them as well. Okay? We have read about prairies and downs, no? Natural vegetation. That
Yes,
can
ma'am.
also.
Yes.
Okay. So please join in time tomorrow, Sanya. Tomorrow also we'll just quickly finish it, because the next chapter is also very easy, very short.